Welcome to Changing Lives. Today we're looking at how we habitually feel, and more particularly our relationships with habits. Now, in a previous episode, we were talking about senses and we touched on the fact of, or rather the point of kinesthetic.
All right, so what's very important for me to understand is how we feel underpins what we think, okay? Which then becomes our life experience. And this is probably the most important episode of the entire series. So really pay attention to this, right? We actually only listen for 14 minutes at a time. Not 45, not an hour, okay? So we have a 14 minutes attention span. So this is really important. I hope I'm in everybody's 14 minutes right now. So if I have a thought, let's say I have the thought money, okay? And I feel wonderful about money. And I love money, and money loves me, and my experience with money is great. I'm going to feel great about it, and I'm going to tell my brain that I feel great about it. And my brain, in turn, is going to send out enabling hormones into my body, which give me something called attentional awareness, which will enable me to see opportunities around me. If I use the same word, money, and I have a bad relationship with it, I will send that information to my brain. It will go into the fight, flight, or freeze segment of my brain, and I will send out debilitating hormones. And the brain can't differentiate between money and the saber-toothed tiger. So it pushes it away in fear. Okay? And you will do everything in your power to actually sabotage money coming into your life because it perceives it as a danger. All right? We can do the same thing in every aspect of your life. We can do things like eating disorders, exercise, relationships. So when you habitually saying, where people say thoughts are so important, and they are, because you've got to be aware of what you're thinking. I don't disagree with that. But what's more important is that you've got to be aware of how you feel about that particular thought. So it doesn't just stop at thoughts. Thoughts are real forces. Thoughts are important, guaranteed. What you habitually think, underpinned by what you habitually feel about what you think, determines your life experience. Okay, so your feelings are so much more part of development and of who you are than anything else in your life.
How do you become more in tune then with what you're feeling? Because there's also a negative perception, I think, with being in tune with your feelings as well.
Absolutely. So we were taught that so that we would be good little workers. All right? So think back to school again. Get in a uniform, stand in line, don't think, do what you're told. Step out of line, you get punished. Color outside the lines, you get punished, right? So we were taught to become little robots, little AI running around, little artificial intelligence people. So the minute we were empowered with our feelings, we become more. So the way to start is to actually sit quietly once a day for 5 minutes. Now, meditation is very powerful, so this is a form of meditation, okay? You sit quietly for 5 minutes. You put your hand on your stomach. You become aware of your breath, and you ask yourself a question. How do I feel about money? Now, what might happen is that you hold your breath in that moment. And you'll ask yourself the same question over and over again until you start to breathe. You can become aware of how you feel about things by actually asking your body. The body doesn't lie. A lie detector test is 97% accurate because the body doesn't lie. It's trusted in a court of law. So it's incredibly important to understand how you feel and to listen to your body. Your body will tell you.
So I guess then it becomes important, since we are on this journey really of success, that we are really in tune with our feelings such that we make sure that we achieve our goals. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm definitely saying that. And it's also based on what you're thinking. So you've got to get your thought. Say, let's say your 5-year plan. And then a fear might pop up. And it'll be like, maybe I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve this. Or whatever that I'm not good enough flag is. And then what happens is you've got to align your feelings with that. Why do I feel that? Is it fear? And then you start assessing that.
Fantastic. And I guess the takeout from this particular episode is it's not just about what you're thinking, it's about what you feel when you're thinking that. And that will ultimately determine if you become successful or not.
100% correct.